Hello, friends. Come on in. Join me in the craft room. Okay, I'm going to pull me up over here on my iPad. Come on in. I'm going to finish up. I'm in here just finishing up a couple more projects tonight. And I thought I would just bring you guys along for at least one of them. The other one, I'm probably just going to record it and then I'll share it later. But I am working on a fake clock for decor for the wedding that's next week. But I'm just going to make sure I'm showing up live because, it's been a while. I just want to make sure. And who knows what's changed since the last time I came on here and went live. I have no idea. Anyway, it's the end of the day. It's been a busy couple days as I'm trying to prepare to get ready to go out of town soon. And I've just been running and running and running. So it's good to see you. It's always good to be in the craft room, right? And I'm showing up live. Hooray. And it's always much more fun to craft with friends. So I hope you'll hop on. When you do, that you'll say hello and let me know where you're watching from. And okay, just make sure, because that way I can see comments, and just let me put this a couple other places because just to get a little bit more interest and some traffic, because I love it when you guys are on here with me. So let me put it here and here and I'm trying to think where else. I think that might be it. I think that might be all the places I'm going to put it today. Okay. Anyway, welcome into the craft room. Okay. If you are catching me live, you'll know because you'll see, I can't even know. I'm out of practice here. You'll see a red circle around my profile picture. If not, you're catching me on the replay, and welcome. I'm always happy to have you here no matter when you join me. So if you do catch me on the replay, just say, hey, let me know you were here. My name is Susan. This is So Inspired Designs, and I love to come on and just inspire you with some ideas, maybe to think outside the box, maybe something you have never tried, show you how some easy techniques are. That's my goal here. So that's why I'm doing videos and how-tos and all that good stuff. I am preparing decorations, customized decorations for a wedding. In case you are new, you can scroll back here and you'll be seeing all kinds of stuff about that over the past month. And it is it's an Alice in Wonderland kind of nod to Alice in Wonderland in the bridal shower decorations and a few things that we're going to have at the actual wedding. So I have had to make a lot of it from scratch, but it's fun. It's okay. I volunteered. It's a gift from my heart. So I'm always happy to do that. And it has stretched me some, I will say that, but I just thought I would share some of them with you. So maybe something that I have learned or picked up or figured out along the way might save you some trouble if you decide to try something like this as well. And as always, if you know someone else that might be interested in it, if you sparkle it out, I always appreciate it. Okay, guys. So I needed a fake clock. So, we're talking Alice in Wonderland. You might have to go way back in your memory, just kind of like I had to, but think Alice in Wonderland. So, we had rabbits, we had a key. I just uploaded my video about the key today. I did the rabbit the other day. I shared with you that I have that I'm going to be using. The rabbit was always, I'm late for a very important date. So, we have to have a watch. Now I do have a little small, kind of not exactly a pocket watch, but it is similar to a pocket watch that I'm also going to have on display there. But I wanted to have a big clock. And believe it or not, and I wanted it to look older. Alice in Wonderland was a long time ago. So I wanted to look more shabby chic or vintage or whatever you want to call it. So any time that I have looked at thrift stores, I have looked and looked and looked because I love to repurpose things and I love to give something a new life. I don't want to go, could I go on Amazon or Walmart or somewhere else and maybe find an older one that I could use that would look like I wanted it to look? Sure, I could. But number one, I don't want to pay a lot for it because I'm doing a lot of items. And this is really just for a prop. I mean, think of it as a prop, right? Just like you're having a play or something like that. It's a prop. And second of all, I like to give things new life. I didn't even need it to work. That's the whole thing. I did not need the clock to work. And I thought it would be easier than it was. And It is not. It has not been easy. And to be honest with you, I had gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't have any more time to hunt. Usually I love hunting, but I just did not have any more time to be trying to do these hunts. So I thought, okay, surely I can make my own. I can figure out a way to make my own. So I actually got inspired by someone else. I couldn't tell you who now, but I got inspired by someone else who used burner covers from the Dollar Tree. Now, what did I do with the other one? Let's see. It came in a pack of 2. Where did I put the other one? They come in a pack of 2. I cannot, y'all. I cannot even remember where I put this. Oh, there it is. They came in a pack of 2, and they had a couple of designs. It really didn't matter because I'm going to upcycle it anyway to make it look the way I want. But it was a set of 2 burner covers. So this is a smaller one and then a larger one. And what I did, and I did include the link in my description. I included the link to the YouTube video that I did live the other night where I started this. And I didn't have everything I needed, but I wanted to go ahead and get it started. And then I have looked a couple, I had yesterday and today, only a little bit of time each day since I did the live, and I have not been able to find. So I'm like, okay, pivot, gotta pivot. So I was going to, and I also thought I had some copper paint here, and I did not. And I tried reconstituting some copper chalk paste that I had that was pretty old, and it would not come back. So I'm like, that's okay. We're just going to move on. We're going to move on. But anyway, I did include the link in my description to tell you how I did this first part, but I'm going to show you where we're at, and we're just going to finish it up together. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and tilt you down so that you can see the actual project instead of just me. But anyway, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask me in comments. I always go back and check them out. I'll be happy to answer them. All right, so here we go. And I apologize, you guys. Facebook is not letting us mirror the image anymore. So anything you see is going to probably be backwards, right? Okay, so here's the burner cover. That's how it started. I used some gesso. I would say gesso. I think that's right. It's not gesso. Is it gesso or gesso? I don't know. If you know, let me know in comments. I don't use it enough or say it enough, so I can't even remember. But I used some of that on it first because it's real slick. I don't know if that's metal or plastic. I think it's metal. I don't have a magnet here to test it, but it really doesn't matter, but it's slick. And so I wanted to paint it first because you saw that design it had on it, and I was afraid that it would, might show through with what I was working with. So I painted it first with just a off-white chalk paint, like an ivory color, just to kind of mute that design that was on there. And then what I did was I found a printable and I downloaded it. It was a free printable. I don't remember where, but if you need to know, just let me know in comments and I'll do some research to see if I can find it again. But I downloaded a printable of a clock face, an old kind of clock face. And I printed it on photo paper, and then I cut it out, and then I adhered it on here with Mod Podge. So once that was done, I had this big border right here. You see how big that is? I had that much of a border that was still the paint that I had painted on it, like that cream color. And I wanted to give it more of a, make it kind of look like it was in a, like in some kind of frame, for lack of a better word. I cannot think of anything else. So I painted it. I thought I had a copper that was going to cover, but it wasn't. So I just painted it a shade of brown, which, let's see, here's the brown. So I painted a shade of brown. And as you can see, I have the copper in here. That's what I was going for, was the copper to match it. I did not have a chance to get back by a craft store to buy more copper either. But I've already painted it this brown, and I found one of my chalk pastes that is it's a brownish color. It's just a little bit lighter and not quite as vibrant as a copper. But I think because I've painted this brown that that's going to work. So I tried it out on a section of it. I think you can see it right here. And it is shimmer, so it's a little sparkly. So I painted that there, and I was just going to finish that up, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do about the clock hands. And I'm going to show you where I ended up finding them, because I thought, okay, I was at the Dollar Tree. I did run by the Dollar Tree yesterday just to see if they had, if you go in the Dollar Tree, you will notice that they have, sorry, I'm going to get a little bit more of this out. You will notice that they have like these little wooden embellishments over in the craft section. And it is just going to add a tiny bit of water because this isn't flowing very well. It's pretty dry. In the, you know, where all the craft supply is and kind of like where the stickers are, but they're wooden. And I thought, you know, if I really wanted to, I could probably use a key, you know, the little wooden keys as clock hands. But I thought, and I looked in the Dollar Tree, I thought, do they even have a clock? Because really all I need is the hands. They did not have any clocks in there at all like that. Not that I could find at all, not even a small one. And I don't care if it's a little, you know, thick in some areas and then not in others. I'm okay with that. But they did not have them there. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work. And I knew I could print out like a picture of the clock hands if I wanted to, but I really didn't want to. I really wanted them to be actual clock hands. So I did have time between, I was running around like crazy again today. I had my last Bible study get together until the, our weekly Bible study that I go to, the last one until the fall. And I didn't want to miss that. So I went to that. And then I had another appointment this afternoon and I had to do a return at a store and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I didn't have a lot of time. And then afterwards I was like, okay, I'm going to just, most of the, some of the thrift stores closed. I did go in one yesterday while I was out, and it did not have any clocks. And it did not have any clock, you know, any clocks that I could even grab the clock hands off of. So I was like, okay, I don't have time to go in I'm not going to play around with the thrift stores anymore. And a couple of the ones that I thought I might go in, I knew they closed before I could get to them. They were going to be closed. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to stop by the Dollar General. I'm going to stop by our friend, the Dollar General. I know they have clocks in there. Let me just see if they're not too expensive. It'll save me some headache and just go ahead and let me take care of this, you know, next step so I can check this off my list. Because you guys, here's my list. I mean, this isn't all my list, but look, here's my list and here's that. Yeah, I know you can, Tammy, but I was trying to just find something locally. But hey, thank you for dropping on. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I know you can. I have bought so much from Amazon for this wedding and I just didn't want to buy, you know, for some of the decoration on the trellis and things like that. I didn't want to buy another. So anyway, I went in there and I thought, I am sure they had clocks and let me just see how much they run. Because if I didn't get this done today, I could try to get it done next week and I still might have a chance to, you know, but anyway, that was my thought process. I really was trying to just thrift them so that I could not have to, you know, I could save something from being wasted and, you know, or what do you call it? Landfill. But, and because that's my jam, I love to do that. So I'm just painting the edges too. So I went in Dollar Tree and I went to where they have the clock sections and they had a couple different options of clocks with the older, you know, like the older style hands. Hey, Miss Barb, how are you, my friend? So they had modern ones too, but they did have a couple there that had the, you know, like the old fashioned ones. And I'm going to show you in a minute. So, and they were already just going to be $8 just on their own. Thank you, my friend. It's nice to see you. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing one layer because I'm not trying to make this look fabulous. I'm trying to make it look kind of old. So I'm okay with it being a little streaky and not quite as great a coverage. I am completely okay with that. That's kind of the look I'm going for. And I'm not going to dry it because that should dry very quickly. But by the time I get done with what I'm going to show you guys with the next step, then I think we'll be fine. Okay, so they did have clocks in there. And they had them with the old-fashioned hands. And look, so, I mean, this is a nice clock. I mean, I would hang this up if I needed one. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a pretty color. It's a nice design. But look, they were $8. And I was like, oh, that's still, you know, yeah, I know. Right? I'm almost sick to death of them at this point. I feel like I know every one of them inside and out in every aisle and oh my gosh, from a 30-mile radius, but I usually do enjoy thrifting. But they were $8, which I was like, well, that's not too bad. And honestly, I'll probably waste that much in gas by the time I keep looking because I have been searching lots of places. But they actually had a sign in front of this that said 50% off wall clocks and some other home decor stuff. So I got this for $4. Now I don't know how much clock cam. If I had time to get to Hobby Lobby, because I know they probably have them, then I would have checked there. And I know I could. My daughter, I think, has even bought clock hands from Amazon, but I'm not sure if I could even get them for $4. So anyway, I thought that was quite the deal, and I was more than happy to do that. And now I have lost my little screwdriver. I just had it out a few minutes ago. So scored for $4. Where did I put it? Oh my gosh, you guys. I had to go hunt for it to begin with. Oh my goodness. And if I could just get some sleep. I have not had decent sleep. What in the world happened to my little screwdriver? Okay, anyway, I started the process of taking the screws out. Okay. And I only had one left to get out. And it's probably sitting right here in front of, oh, there it is. It's hiding behind my paint. So, I mean, I feel bad because it's still brand new, right? And I'm still contributing to that landfill situation. But I'll save the other stuff. Who knows what I'll use it for. I don't know if I'll end up taking this back apart and put it together. Who knows? I have no idea. You know, you can always use a clock. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and take this apart and then see if I can't get these clock hands off of here and put them on my fake clock instead. Okay. So, oh no, I'm hoping, oh, I need to put on my glasses, y'all. Sorry, because I'm working with little things here. I'm going to set this aside because you never know what this could be. This could be something fabulous. You just never know. And you don't get rid of it because you never know. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm thinking I can just unscrew these. I'm not even going to try to break into the mechanism back here that works. I'm just going to unscrew these off the front. That's what we're going to try to do. I believe I'm going to be able to do, or pull it off. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, it's just a pull. It's not a screw. And I'm going to take these clock hands. Oh, I guess it would help if I moved it over here where y'all can see it. I'm going to take these clock hands right off of this bad boy. And see, I mean, even that's not bad, but I like this one because it's aged and it's going to look old. That's what I like. And that's not usually my thing, but for this particular purpose. So look, I'm going to keep that. And if I don't put these back on it, like Tammy said, I can always buy another set of clock hands from Amazon, right? And put it back together and actually use it. All right. So I don't think I'm going to need that. I'm going to stick it down in there right now. We'll see. We'll see if this is going to work. So my plan is to actually set the time. Now I might have to look at it this way, you guys, to actually set the time at, the time that they are getting married. I may have to use that little guy. So I'm going to put the shorthand at the 5, and I know it should probably be a little bit past the 5. And we're going to use just stick fast glue and put this down. And I believe that needs to be on top. And put that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. We're going to use stick fast. Okay. I'm not going to use hot glue. I could use hot glue, but I'm just going to use stick fast because I don't want to have to worry about it. Sometimes hot glue can, not stay. If you get it too cold or too hot, it can come loose. I just don't want to have to worry about it. I want it forever. Okay. Let's see. Do I have I do. Hang on. Got to get the little edge off. I need to get the edge off. That happens. That happens. So how has your day been? How's your day been, Barb? It's been forever since I've talked to you. All right. And you guys, I am getting close to the end of my list. Thank God. I'm saving a couple really big things for next week that I still have to get done. But I know how I'm doing them. It's just a matter of I want to be able to not feel rushed when I'm doing them. I want them to be done right. So I'm saving like the hardest things for last. Does that make sense? Because I only have a little time. I actually need to hop off of here and start packing in a few minutes because my sweet girl is graduating on Friday from grad school. And there's a ceremony on Thursday morning too. So I am trying to get all of this done, you know, as much as I could done before we head up there too. So, you know, go enjoy that with her. I think I am going to use that little black piece, you guys. I think what I'm going to do is put, and then I'm just going to have to let it sit. Because, I mean, Stick Fast does adhere pretty quickly, but I just want to make sure I'm getting, and I'm not trying to make it so that they'll move again. I don't want to actually move them like a clock. I want them to stay there forever. That way they can actually keep the, if they want, they could put this somewhere in their house. Oh, no problem. Oh my goodness. Every time, Barb, we can't visit, can we, hun? That's okay. That's okay. Thanks for hopping on. I hope your mom is well. Okay. So. I'm just trying to line it up before it does start sticking where I want it, just a little bit past the 5. Because, you know, by the time it's 5:30, it's starting to work its way towards the 6, right? So I'm sure that's not exact, but you know what? I don't think anybody is really going to check me on that. I don't think the clock police. And do you think I don't have a clock in here to be able to look at it to check for myself, but I am just going to adhere that and then leave it alone. I'm just going to set it over to the side. And I just put glue on there, so it should hold it on there. If I don't move it around too much, there we go. So that's my little faux clock. And now it doesn't weigh anything. I don't have to worry about it getting broken. And I can prop it up with the other items that I'm going to use in that particular area. And I don't even know until I get there, you guys. I have a layout of way things are going to be, but I don't know where I'm putting what until I get there. I have to feel the space, you know what I mean? And look around and see what might, and play around with it. So, you know, it's going to be a working wedding for me. I was talking to someone today and I said, yeah, it's not like I'm just going there and I just got to show up, look pretty and get dressed and show up. I took on quite a bit because I love doing that kind of stuff and I wanted a gift of my heart. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be a busy day. But anyway, isn't that fun? So super easy, you guys, out of a burner cover from the Dollar Tree. So anyway, that's my idea. I thought I would share it with you. And like I said, the link is in the description if you want to go see the first half. Super easy. Anybody can do this. Keep this in mind if you ever need it for another idea. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you need that printable, just to ask in comments and I'll try to get it to you. And otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go so I can get this other project done. So I'm getting ready to do one more project before I start going to pack. That's going to be really cool. And I will do a video of it so that I can share it with you guys over the next few days. That's what I've been trying to do. Anything that I'm working on, as I'm doing it, I try to do a video at least so that I can share it with you guys in case it inspires you. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. Until I see you next time, as always, be safe, be healthy, be blessed. And I hope you'll be so inspired. All right, guys. Bye. Bye, friend.